Wife of 12 years emailed me from her yoga retreat. I've found someone worth my time. I've moved your inheritance into my personal account. I simply wrote back, thanks for letting me know. When she contacted her lawyer the next day, she dropped her phone in shock. I'm Ryan, and I'm an architect in Charleston. Last Tuesday, I got an email from my wife Emma while she was supposedly at a meditation retreat in Colorado. The subject line was blank. The message said, I've found someone worth my time. I've moved your inheritance into my personal account. It's better this way. There was a photo attached. Her and some bearded guy on a hotel balcony, wine glasses raised, both smiling. She looked happier than she'd been with me in years. The inheritance was $620,000 from my uncle who raised me after my parents died. He worked 2 jobs to put me through school. That money meant everything. I stared at the email for maybe 10 minutes. Then I typed 6 words. Thanks for letting me know. Closed my laptop, went to bed. Here's what Emma didn't know. 3 months earlier, our neighbor mentioned seeing a strange car dropping Emma off late one night while I was at a conference. Then my financial advisor called, saying someone tried accessing my trust accounts, using my information, but couldn't pass security questions. That same week, Emma suggested we consolidate all our accounts to make things simpler. I smiled and said I'd think about it. The next day, I drove to meet my uncle's lawyer, Rita. I explained everything calmly. She reminded me the inheritance was in an irrevocable trust, legally impossible for anyone but me to touch. We set up monitoring to track any access attempts. Then I checked our shared cloud storage. Emma had left a folder called Home Projects that contained screenshots of my account statements, transfer protocols, and notes calculating transfer fees. She'd been planning this for months. I didn't confront her. I just waited. After her email arrived, I waited exactly 24 hours. Then I contacted a divorce attorney named Marcus. He reviewed everything and filed immediately, citing financial fraud. Emma's lawyer called me that afternoon, confident and smooth. My client says you're open to an easy settlement. Has she shown you proof of transferring those funds? I asked. Silence. She said documentation is coming from the bank. Interesting. Has she mentioned the inheritance is in an irrevocable trust that she legally cannot access? More silence. I suggest you verify her claims, I said. My attorney is sending you the real documentation today. I also discovered Emma had secretly opened an account in Arizona and transferred $195,000 from our joint accounts over 6 months. Small amounts at first, then larger. She'd even rented an apartment there. Her lawyer dropped her as a client that same day. She called me 7 times. I didn't answer. Finally, she